Hi everybody, this is Sister Omi, and I am here to do the full moon and Libra reading for the sign of Libra. Now this full moon is extraordinary, and I say that because four within 4 hours we also have the spring equinox. So we have the full moon in Libra, and we have the beginning of Aries season. So it's really a very powerful time. So it's that balance of that feminine, energy, Libra, who wants to compromise, and that Aries that wants to charge forward. So I just strongly urge everyone to think before you speak, because, with all this activity, may be a little moody. And since Libra is dealing with relationships, the full moon could, it always does, has us feeling maybe somewhat emotional. So, what I would suggest is to try to practice as much balance as possible. And if you're feeling a strain in relationships, it could be work, love, family, your pets, whatever, dance, do some sports, something that's going to counteract that emotions or the stirring of the emotions that could be happening at this time, or the things that could come up. So the key word this month is, this cycle is compromise. And being that Libra is relationships, understanding yourself and how you relate to others is going to become more prevalent. You're going to look at yourself differently and look at how you relate to others. So, let's see here, Libra. Since this is your full moon, we're going to start with you. And the first card that I have here is the Two of Earth. So this is about juggling and balancing. And the interesting about this particular deck, it looks like a cross between a bear and a walrus. He can live in the water and he can live on the land. So that adaptability, so there's a sense of balance, juggling. You're definitely going to have to tap into it at this time, or dealing with the highs and lows of life. It doesn't have to rock your world when things aren't working out. It's about balance. That's why this is the two, that duality, and being able to stay grounded, because no matter what happens, good, bad, or indifferent, just be mindful, because you're still going to receive opportunities. So this could be a good education in maintaining your balance. And as I said, this is about understanding yourself and how you relate to others. So it's like, are you going to fly off the handle, or are you going to remain balanced? Or are you going to cry, or are you going to remain balanced? This is that balance. So this is going to be juggling that emotions. And even though this is that earth, this is about keeping your feet on the ground, being grounded. And depending on how you respond, this could be affecting your finances. So you want to be mindful of that, And interesting, we have a pentacle. So pentacles are earth. This is still more earth. In fact, I'm looking here, you got all earth. So it's very important for you to be grounded in your responses. Remember, the key word is compromise. Now I have the page here. Yes, the page, or it's not the page in this deck, the Knave of Pentacles. So the knave, similar to the page, is like you're that apprentice. You are, like gaining your stripes here. So you know that, excuse me, know that you have support on your journey. But you are definitely ready to follow a higher calling. So you're being basically put to task on how can you serve others and do it with great honor. And with that first card, that Two of Earth, which is like a Two of Pentacles, you're going to have to do it in a grounded way. You can't fly off at the, as I also said in prefacing this, you have to be able to think before you speak, because not only you, everyone is going to be feeling somewhat emotional or moody, and we don't want to say something that we can't take back. And since you have all pentacles here, or earth, this could affect your money, your resources, earth, your materialism, what keeps you grounded. So know that you have support. This is basically saying you have support. And if you're going to be of service, you could be of service. You may have to travel a little bit. This could have an impact on your industry where you could actually gain if you respond well. Now, this next card is the Spirit Message. Let me pull this right here. I'm going to read it right from the book, okay? And this is the One of Pentacles, or the Ace of Pentacles. So this is about cooperation, stability, prosperity, and promise. So this is saying totally enjoy what you have earned and deserve. Everything proceeds well, but don't forget to look at things beyond material concerns. So, like I said, think before you speak. Is it just, do you have to be right all the time? Or do you have to think about how you're going to secure your financial future? And at the same time, we got to be mindful because Mercury is still retrograde. So definitely think before you speak. So this indicates maybe you may be going in a new, taking initiation in a new direction that offers a splendid opportunity. So don't overlook small blessings, because this could lead to something big. You may not see it at this time. That's why we have to say compromise. So there may be a shift in your fortune or whatever, but the flood is going to happen, even if it starts with a little trickle, right? Like I said, when you're on your journey, it only takes one step to start. So the same holds true here for your prosperity. You have to make sure you respond well, because you're going to have the cooperation and the stability that is a promise, basically. So take the initiative to introduce simple, wholesome values in your daily life. Be grateful and don't take anything for granted. Recognize the small blessings that are positive steps on your path. Now, I also pulled a crystal, and I have here selenite, which is interesting. This is divine light. Spirituality is vital for you. You have a translucent soul who moves fluently through time. Avoid confusing past with the present. So that may be juggling, or you could be experiencing something and you want to respond because of something that happened in the past, and you can't do that at this time. This is about you have the gift of clarity and mental flexibility and the power to make excellent decisions. So no knee-jerk reactions. Think before you speak. Being in the flow strengthens your well-being. So it's not about being all emotional and being in your feelings. It's about being grounded, going with the flow. Not to say that you can't speak your mind, but you're going to have to do some like grace, gratitude, thanks, all these things, because basically what this is saying, you have a lot of gifts, a lot of things are coming at you. And let me just say this. This also rules your crown chakra and your star, the soul star. So this is definitely about keeping your head and being in touch with your guardian angels, because They're probably, it's like right before you get ready to open your mouth, someone's gonna say, "Up, don't say it." Yeah, keep things under control. Now the message from nature, again, the crystals are in nature and the trees, and I have the cherry tree. I'm just tilting it. It says, every spring is a new beginning, bearing a multitude of abundant I can't read. Mercury retrograde, that's what I've been blaming on. Every spring is a new beginning, bearing a multitude of budding possibilities. Being vulnerable. It's sometimes you, like I said, is you just try to maintain, because there's so many, spring the flowers come up, new things. It's like you're going to see the buds on the trees. Everything is opening up. So if you're waiting for like a job or something, don't be impatient, because everything happens in divine time. You don't have to rush. And interesting, we have faith. Faith here. And this is that the third eye chakra. Like how you see things, visualizing. Faith is knowing good things are going to come even though you can't see them. So it means you can balance and juggle your emotions. You don't have to overreact. Know that, things are working out for your greater good, even though you can't see them at this particular time. But sometimes when you're dealing with faith, everyone has been wounded, and some wounds are recognized easily while other wounds are not. So forge ahead and do not allow your pain to hold you back. Isn't that what it said right here? That old stuff? Don't judge the past in the present. So do not allow your pain to hold you back. You're meant to inspire others, and if you do not carry on, they will suffer. It's time to deliver your message. It's time. Yeah, I think this is really beautiful. Regardless of whatever happened in the past, right? Just know, okay, this is really a renewal in a sense, even though you're juggling and trying to maintain that balance to keep your feet on the ground, and realize that life has its ups and downs, but in spite of that, there are still opportunities, right? In addition to that, the knight here is saying that that you have plenty of support. So be ready to follow your higher calling. And this is basically stating you're going in a new direction that is going to offer us an awesome opportunity. Just don't overlook your small blessings, because they could lead to big things. A shift in fortune doesn't have to hit you over the head like a ton of bricks to be valuable, So, like I said before, it's like that on that journey, it only takes one step to start. So you may get a small trickle, but it will definitely have an impact in your future prosperity with all this groundedness at this time, with that Aries, starting that Aries cycle. You want a charge board. But with that Libra, this is like that polarity of that masculine, feminine, yin and yang. This is the time where you're going to have to compromise. You can't make knee-jerk reactions, and be mindful to think before you speak, because everyone's going to be feeling it. Every sign in some different level. So if you find relationships are getting on your nerves, go dance, go play sports, go have some fun. But realize here, as the message is stating to you, don't overlook your small blessings. because some big things are on the way. So have some gratitude. Also, moving forward, just because something happened in the past doesn't mean it's the same as in the future, although you may be feeling the same way. Alright, you guys, Libra, let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. This is Sister Omi. Peace.